My name is Mercedet Osmani and I'm the Transition Coordinator at Braybrook College. I would like to thank you for taking the time to join us in this Year 7 information session. Beginning Year 7 is both an exciting and daunting time for both young people and families. It is a time of transition and new beginnings. We hope that you and your young person will feel a little more at ease after knowing more about Braybrook College, and know that there are many people who will be supporting your young person in their new schooling stage.
Hello everyone, my name is Kelly Penasiris and I am the Principal of Braybrook College. On behalf of School Council, the staff and students, I am delighted to welcome the 2021 class of Year 7 students and your families. Our college has established a well-earned reputation for providing a quality education and an environment that fosters the academic and personal growth of every student. I strongly believe that in order for students to have successful learning experiences and outcomes, it is critical that we form strong partnerships between the school, the teachers, the coordinators, the education support staff, the families, and of course the students themselves. I'd like the families and the school to work together to ensure our students take up every opportunity that is extended to them, both in and outside of the classroom, and also encourage them to do their best to remain active and connected to their peers, their teachers, and to the college community. In 2021, our overall student enrolment will be around 1,350, of which 210 will be our Year 7 cohort, and we will be running 10 Year 7 classes. I hope that you find this video useful. I also wish you all the very best for the remainder of 2020, and despite not being able to have you on site this year, I would like to reassure you that in the new year we will provide as many events as necessary to ensure that your child can transition seamlessly to the new environment here at Braybrook College.
Hi everybody, my name's Sean McMahon. I'm the Assistant Principal that oversees the Year 7s and 8s. So we just wanted to welcome you to Braybrook College, and while we're not able to meet face to face, that's so disappointing, we're really looking forward to seeing you early next year, and hopefully everything's settled a little bit and we can have those face to face conversations that we always do. Now I know that both students and parents, I've been there before, believe me, are quite nervous and excited at the same time about this transition to high school. Rest assured, we have an experienced team that will look after you and look after your students, and we are very much looking forward to the beginning of next year. See you later.
Hi everyone, my name is Con Lakakis and I'm the Year 7 Coordinator here at Braybrook College. Firstly, I'd like to welcome you to our schooling community and assure you that we're so excited at receiving your precious children in 2021. Now we're coming off a once in a lifetime year with the COVID pandemic. However, quite surprisingly, we have shown an incredible resilience, as have our children, our students, dealing with the challenges that COVID has thrown up. The unpredictability is continuing, but Braybrook has an amazing way of dealing with unpredictability. And your students are at the centre of all our thinking, of all our doing, and of all our feeling. So it's really important that you understand that. Now, as Year 7 Coordinator, I'm but one member of an extensive team, and that team is the Year 7 and 8 team. We have a Year 8 Coordinator, a Year 8 Assistant Coordinator, as well as my Year 7 Assistant Coordinator. We also have the wonderful April working as our attendance officer. Overseeing all this is Miss Nada Perick, who we call our sub-school coordinator. And if you like, she's the top of the tree, and we all work together to create, we create a family, in fact, where your children are part of our family now. And I guess what families do well is they work together. And for us, the relationship between you guys and us is at the very center of what we would classify as success. We don't want you to think that we undervalue your knowledge about your own children. In fact, there's going to be many times when we have conversations over the phone and we actually ask for advice. We ask what works best for your son or daughter, because I think that is success in modern day education. We don't work in isolation, we are part of a family and a community. So please be at ease that whenever you've got an issue with any of our processes, if your children have some small behavioural issues or learning difficulties, that we are but a phone call away, and we are always ready to listen and sit down and reach a solution that suits you as well as us, but most importantly suits your son or daughter and improves their learning outcomes. So 2021, we have the first week, and this is what we call our induction week. So your children are coming to us from a primary school setting where the numbers are a lot less than 1,400 that we have here at Braybrook College. So there's going to be a degree of them being overwhelmed. So we spend the first week of their 2021 experience in Year 7 inducting them into our processes. There is no stress during this week. All questions are answered, from the simple things of organising their lockers and getting to remember their locker codes to navigating around our school grounds and understanding where all their classes are and who their teachers are. You know, most of the times I'm sure in primary school there's one teacher that basically is their teacher, and then they have their specialist subjects. In Braybrook, however, in one day they could be changing 6 classrooms, 6 subjects and 6 teachers. We understand it's overwhelming. We understand that it will take time. So they are going to come home with lots of questions after this week. And we really encourage that parents and students, while you having your dinner or your own little rituals of how you convey information with each other, let your children ask questions. And in fact, maybe you as parents can ask them questions about their day, which forces them to share the excitement that they hold or the apprehension that they may be feeling. So it's really important that we start those discussions from the very beginning. Some of the activities during our induction program are little icebreakers and get to know you activities where we try and get our home groups getting used to each other. A lot of our students are coming to Braybrook by themselves without any of their friends from their primary school experience. So it is really important for us to connect our home groups, connect our year levels with these little icebreakers. There's also the ICT needs, laptops, getting them connected to our network. These are always stressful times and anxious times for our students, because obviously they're coming to a school, again, of 1,400 students. Our ICT department, however, is integral to our induction process, and they will hook every student up to our network, make sure that their laptops are working, so of course they can get started on the things that really matter, and that's their classes and their classwork and the homework. As well as the classroom fundamentals, we also get them familiar with our grounds. Our canteen, is a really important aspect of Year 7 life, and we have organised an area in the canteen which is specifically free of any other year level, so our young Year 7s have easy and uninterrupted access to the facility. We will be highlighting to our students through our various programs, particularly our PE program, about the importance of nutritious food, having a nutritious breakfast to start the day so their energy levels are high, so when they come to us they're ready to absorb knowledge and concentrate on whatever subject they're participating in. So that's really, really important. So the first day of 2021 will be Thursday the 28th of January. What an exciting day for all of us. I'm a really excitable Year 7 coordinator, being a PE teacher, so I'm always there, I'm always energised. I can't wait to receive your students on that Thursday. What do you need? I mean, apart from a pen, the kids don't need much. We're supplying them with most of the equipment that they will need, and hopefully by that stage most of our students have worked out their school uniform and their PE uniform. But let me tell you, as a parent myself, labelling everything. Remember, all uniform looks the same. Yeah, PE, normal school uniform, they all look the same. So we really need to label this stuff, and we label it with a name and their home group. It's really important for us because I've got a room back here that is filled with books, textbooks, computers, sports uniform and general uniform that students just leave lying around. So we're labelling uniforms, we're labelling textbooks, we're labelling exercise books, we're even labelling shoes. I think labelling is the absolute message for 2021. So once we've got them here on the first day, on that Thursday the 28th of January, it's then about really connecting them up. And I've spoken to you about the induction week and getting them comfortable. Connectedness at Braybrook is everything. We consider ourselves a community. I often refer to students with the terms our Braybrook community. And you are now, as parents, part of our Braybrook community. And we do a number of things in order to connect your students to our community. First and foremost, we have a house system. So your students will be placed in one of 4 houses. We have Phoenix House, which is also Red House. We have Griffin House, which is Gold House. We have Centaur House, which is Green House. And we have Pegasus House, which is Blue House. So your students will be placed in that house for the duration of their Braybrook life. So with that comes another little bit of uniform that you guys can purchase in our uniform shop, which is a polo top, which is in the colours of the house. And we encourage you guys to purchase that because it's a physical connection to our program. And you know, the big days for our co-curriculum program are our swimming carnival and our athletics carnival. These are whole school days. So we walk all the kids down to the pools, and some kids jump in and compete, but other kids just jump in and have some fun or play a little bit of grass volleyball or just walk around and cheer and take on other little leadership roles for them to be part of the whole process. And then we press repeat with our athletics carnival and we do it all again. And these are 2 of the most popular days in our schooling calendar, and everybody is splashed out with colour. We've even had 2 blown up T-Rexes running down the 100-metre straight in 2019, because as you know, 2020, this has been taken away from us. Now, programs, my goodness, the debating program is one which immediately nurtures our Year 7s into it and gives them the best opportunity to join the club. And they're competing statewide, by the way. They're competing statewide straight from Year 7. There's workshops associated with it, and then there's fantastic evenings where they jump in our school bus and they go and compete. So I'm sure some of your students have got the best ability to argue and debate certain topics at home. We want those students in our debating program. We have an environment day where we celebrate everything about the environment. We have at the end of the year our house challenge for Year 7s and 8s. And this, if you can imagine the school split up into a whole bunch of activities, and the kids navigate across every activity and collect points. And all the KLA areas, from maths to science to humanities to PE to English, put on an activity. What else do we have? Maths competitions, science competitions, and of course a Dungeons and Dragons club where the kids who love to play Dungeons and Dragons, and you would be amazed how many young people loves Dungeons and Dragons. The other thing that we do here is inter-school sports. It is a very, very big part of Braybrook College. The sports are many and varied, covering summer sports like AFL football, cricket, tennis, baseball, softball, and then we move into your soccer, we move into your volleyball, your basketball, and the kids also get an opportunity to try out for the team and then represent the school. So other ways with which we connect our children, and probably the one that will come up very quickly in 2021, are the Year 7 sleepovers. They're actually camp type activity where the students in their home groups come back to school on a Friday evening at approximately 5 to 5:30, and there's a whole series of activities set up here, including some yummy barbecue and snacks, as well as a movie. And what we've tried to do over the years is get this environment away from the classroom, away from any other stress. We find that socially it's a really good place for our kids to connect nice and early in the year, to establish those relationships in our home groups. So that's the Year 7 sleepovers, and a very special evening a little bit later on in the year when we get dark a little bit earlier. We have what we call our Fright Night, and this is done together with some of our LOLs, our leaders of leaders. Some of our older kids run this fabulous activity where there's all these challenges which are performed out around our school yard and environment. But as the night descends and it's almost a Halloween type atmosphere, students run around and tick off activities and challenges, and our students absolutely love it. But overall, everything that we do at Braybrook College, particularly for our Year 7s, is to ease them into our community. It's to assure them that everything will be okay. We understand things take time, but we also set the benchmark quite high. And we talk about this benchmark as pressure, which is controlled, which is safe, but which is necessary for your children to experience growth as students of Braybrook College. So once again, I'm Con Lakakis, the Year 7 coordinator. I welcome you to our Braybrook community, and I cannot wait to meet you in person when that opportunity arises. Thank you.
Our uniform consists of a blue jumper, a maroon blazer, black leather shoes, a white shirt and a tie. Boys and girls may wear blue trousers. There is also the option of wearing a summer dress and winter skirt. There is also a PE uniform consisting of shorts or tracksuit with a polo shirt and a sports jacket.
Alright, hello everyone, my name is Michael Cooper and I'm the IT coordinator at Braybrook College, and we just wanted to go through a relatively short presentation just discussing the Bring Your Own Device program at our school. So, what does the BYD or Bring Your Own Device program look like? Essentially, it looks like this. So this is sort of a picture that I took, I think it was late last year actually, of just a group of students working with their devices. And you can see how almost pretty much every single student in this picture here, or every student, has their own personal laptop or device. What does the BYD program benefits do they bring to your child? So there's a few things. So obviously it's a personalised learning device. It's your device, or your family's and your child's device, to set up how you would like. It gives your children constant access to the ICT learning tools at our school. So the main ones we have are Compass, the G Suite, which is part of Google applications, and a variety of obviously online tools that different subjects are going to be using. Of course, opportunities just for a whole lot of new activities and skills across all subjects. We don't have to wait for a computer lab to be open, and teachers don't have to book the computer labs to get in to use a computer. It's going to be there all the time for them to use. and free access to Office 365, so Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all those big Microsoft Office applications are available to your kids and students at no extra cost. Just want to very quickly show you some of the tools we do have at the school. So looking at Compass just quickly here. So Compass is our school's online learning platform. So essentially here I've got a students page up here. This student can see, for example, all the classes they have for the day. They can also see a news feed where teachers can put up a whole lot of posts that are sort of relevant to different year levels and things like that. And if I just click on this class here, so this student's actually in my class. So he's in the applied computing class, and he can see like a whole lot of messages that I've been leaving. So obviously these have all been left during our remote learning. And they can also, some teachers will actually also leave tasks to complete in this section as well, where they can see them there. Now I don't actually have them in the learning task section on Compass. I use the Google Classroom application. So I'll just quickly show that one as well. So this is sort of my class that student is in, and from this Google Classroom page they can access pretty much all the resources that they need to complete the course. One of sort of the first rules we have though is that there is no iPads. We don't allow iPads into our Bring Your Own Device program. We did a trial with them for a couple of years back in 2013, 14, 15. We just found they just weren't suitable. They were a bit more difficult to get onto the network. The quality of the applications and software it was a little bit fiddly to sort of work around. They just couldn't do things as quickly and as easy as they could, with a proper laptop for the vast majority of the time. And the way we've set up our program is to allow for 3 options in terms of a device. So the first option is to purchase a device from a company called Learning with Technologies, and they're essentially a company that we've partnered with to offer a whole range of devices for the school. Now, if you do choose to go with Learning with Technologies, there's a few sort of things or aspects to that option. So if you were to purchase one through their website, the device will be sent directly to your house. Okay, so it wouldn't come through the school first. If there's a problem with the device, it can actually be repaired at school by an LWT technician. We can book a job and they'll actually come out and fix it if it's obviously something to do with something that's failed on the device. Obviously, so that's free for warranty-like repairs. And obviously, if it's an insurance repair, so something like a cracked screen, that's not a warranty repair, the cost for that will be dependent on the device and the type of plan chosen. So you can actually choose to insure the device through LWT, and that sort of varies again depending on the level of insurance that you go for. This is just a picture of the current devices we have available through LWT. So we've tried to have a bit of a relatively small range, and hopefully we don't want any real high-end $2,000, $3,000 machines. We only want to sort of offer sort of mid-range devices for families to have a look at. So obviously the first, the device at the cheaper end of the scale there is going to be totally fine for any subject they need to, but if some families did request that they wanted sort of more capable, more sturdy devices, then we have provided those options as well. The second option is to purchase your own device. So you could just go down to JB at High Point or Harvey Norman or Centrecom in Sunshine or just anywhere where you want to purchase a laptop, and you can just purchase one off the shelf from the people in there. Now that's also totally fine, but there's a few differences in the way especially repairs and warranty works with that one there. So I'll just quickly go through them. So if you do go to a retail place to purchase them, the warranty and repairs will be from the store. We don't want to be opening those devices up when we're not the warranty sort of point. So if the device does break or there's an issue, you would have to take it back to the store. We will of course put the device, just like the option 1 device, we'll put it on the school Wi-Fi and allow for printing. However, apart from that, we won't make any more changes to the device. Like as we said at the start, the device is for families and for you to set up. We've decided to say no, we'll put you on the school network, but in terms of the rest of the device, that is up to families to manage themselves. We do have sort of a list of minimum technical standards that we're sort of looking for. So like the laptop needs to meet these sort of criteria to be eligible for the program. These sort of the staff who work in something like JB will understand these specifications here and be able to point you in the right direction, but nearly every single laptop or machine built in the last 4 or 5 years is going to quite easily meet all these specifications. pretty much the main thing is that the battery is going to be okay. We want to make sure the battery is going to be lasting the not the vast majority, all of the day. So students have to constantly charge if they need to. We do have some charging stations at school. They do see a little bit of use in the library and in the VC centre, but that's sort of more, if the student brings it to school at the start and then maybe they're not charged, or they just want to give it some extra charge at lunchtime to finish for the rest of the day. The third option that we have is that we have actually managed to source from a few different companies some second-hand laptops. So this is an example of a second-hand laptop that we have at school, and we actually will sell them and support them to an extent. So as I said, these are all sort of refurbished and second-hand sort of fleet machines, and we generally have a cost of $100 for them. It can depend on the class of device, because oftentimes we can't choose the device that we receive. It's often this model's in stock, and we can usually get a number of them in. These devices are no longer covered by any manufacturer warranty, but we will support them with our own technicians, and if there does need to be some sort of repairs, we'll do that at cost. If the device was to break or fail, within the first couple of months, then we'll most likely just replace it and give you a new one. But if it's sort of, a year or a lot later in time, sometimes we just need to purchase a new screen or just a new keyboard or something like that. We can often do that at just the cost of the hardware to replace it. Okay, hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for joining us for this information session. We hope that most of your questions have been answered. If you have any other further questions, please don't hesitate to call the college or check out our website. We look forward to meeting your young person. We hope that 2021 will be the start of a new beginning and a rewarding partnership with Braybrook College.